Throwbacks. I am having a great time in here talking about the Heart of Marriage Retreat. The best is yet to come. It's September 15th through the 17th at the Evergreen Marriott Conference Center in Stone Mountain. This would be an exceptional gift, along with something else like some jewelry for Valentine's Day. You quit laughing at me, Mel. Give me something I can hold on to. Yeah, you know. But we talk about books, and one book you mentioned every year, Mel, is The 5 Love Languages. Why is that a book you really insist everybody read?
Because it boils down the basics of what we need to feel emotionally connected as husband and wife. I think Dr. Gary Chapman did such a good job of taking some very complex psychological theory and just broke it down into, we all have our primary love language. The other 4 are nice, but there's one that is the emotional air that you breathe. And so it's just basic, and I'm a basic guy. It doesn't have to be complex.
And what did you get from it, Renee?
Well, we discovered the book when we were going through a really rough patch in our marriage. So it means a lot to us. And anybody can believe that. But
everybody has rough patches in their marriage. And anybody who says who doesn't, they're lying.
The truth is not in them. But we were just having a real tough time. We weren't communicating well. We weren't getting along at all. And, we were committed to marriage for a lifetime. But I was starting to wonder, does that mean I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life? We're not going to be divorced, but we're going to be miserable. And so we entered marriage counseling for the first time in our marriage. We've had marriage counseling twice. And God brought that book, to me. I was in a bookstore crying and looking at books and found that book. And it just, it opened so many doors for us understanding why he didn't feel like I was meeting his needs and I didn't feel like he was meeting mine, because I like acts of service. I need acts of service, so I was always trying to give him acts of service, which meant nothing to him. And he's words of affirmation, so he was always telling me, you're so beautiful, you're so that. I'm like, but could you pick up your underwear?
Pick up your drawers off the floor, please.
And so just us understanding the love languages and then being able to begin to speak in each other's love languages. So for us personally, it just had a huge impact on our marriage.
Now, did the two of you, the Simmons family, did you all read the book? Or okay, Tanisha.
Yes, we actually did read the book. And for me, it was about me learning how to love my husband, because
But you loved him already, didn't
but
you?
learning how to show him that I loved him, so that he understood that. Because the same thing with us is I'm doing, I'm telling you, you're great, you're awesome and everything. He's like, but I need you to show me. And I did not know what that meant. And so through that book, I learned how to show him that I loved him.
So how do you show him?
I'm still working on it. But
work in progress. It's always a work in progress. It doesn't stop.
But like ironing his clothes in the morning when he wakes
you
up,
would
his
die
clothes
in my
are
house.
His clothes are ironed. And for me, that was really hard for me. That was very hard for me. When he wakes up, the coffee's made. Just those little things make him feel loved. And I had to be intentional, because I came from a place where it was like, I'm not ironing your clothes. I'm not going to make your coffee. But to see the smile on his face is all worth it. Now I know that he knows that I love him.
Now you're making me feel guilty. John has 2 shirts hanging in the laundry room. And I asked him the other day, when you go move those shirts? He said, when I iron them. And they're still there. So I guess I better iron them.
But Monica, the basic of it is, outside of the 5 love languages, is the fact that love has to mature. And when we first meet each other, it's that in love phase, ooey gooey, reaching to I loves you, best you is my woman now, that kind of thing. And then the reality of it, 6 months to 18 months in, you realize that he chews with his mouth open, and she does stuff, and she puts the toilet paper under instead of over, and all those kind of things. And you realize, that I'm going to have to make an effort to love this person, and true love has to mature. I have to make a decision to love Renee each and every day, and vice versa, because the momentum of that in love phase dies off, and mature love says, I don't understand why she needs acts of service, but I know she does, and love is a choice, and I'm going to choose to do that. And that's hard, because that you have to get out of your selfishness to do that.
Sacrificial.
Right? It's sacrificial.
Right.
Wow. Well, all four of you are smiling from ear to ear and all lovey-dovey. So, who says I'm sorry?
I do all the time.
And how do you decide who says I'm sorry?
Well, for me, it's not a big deal. I'm not the stubborn one in the relationship. So, and you know, I like peace, and so it's just learning how to keep loving when you don't always like the person, and just learning. So we're just kind of working around, you know, finding that sweet spot where we can disagree without saying it's over. I'm going to a hotel for the weekend or whatever. So. Not that I do that, but I'm just saying, just learning.
Well, those are things you probably heard in the workshop, in the men's conference, so it makes sense. Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I want to give those of you who are listening, as you can see, this retreat is really serious, but it's also fun. Your marriage doesn't have to be in trouble to attend. If it is in trouble, you really do need to attend. But it's about taking what you have and making it better, and enjoying each other literally until death do you part. So, we are actually going to give away a complimentary registration to one couple. Go to the website, heartofmarriageretreat.com, and look for the contest link to enter. The code is KISS104. Again, heartofmarriageretreat.com. Look for the contest link to enter. The code is KISS104. Now, if you don't win, how much does the conference cost y'all real quick?
Register by the end of June, and it's $325 for the registration.
Register by the end of June, and it's $325 registration. Well, that's it for me. You know who's coming up next, Miss Deborah Reese, and I leave you with Mama Hattie's favorite saying. It's what you do with what you have that makes you what you are. Don't make excuses, make work. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Wow, that was good.
Woo! You all are so good! Thank you.
Thank everybody on Facebook Live, y'all. Thank everybody.
Thank you! Thank you! Wow, that was fun.